Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am super excited about today's video. We are going to be testing and using the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation Stick. So if you want to see my thoughts and a wear test on this, then just keep watching. So first of all, what's awesome about this foundation is it is only $10, so that's really cool. Plus it has a range of 30 shades, so that is pretty amazing, and I think that's a pretty good shade range to have. So this product comes with 0.34 ounces, so it's definitely not a full ounce, not even a half an ounce, but I think that's pretty typical for foundation sticks. They usually do have less than an ounce, so that's definitely kind of a con to this foundation, is because it doesn't, you know, you're gonna probably run out of it a lot quicker than you would a liquid foundation. But you know what, I think that's just kind of how the game goes for foundation sticks. So I got mine in the shade Light 67 Neutral. It does look a little bit too dark for me, but I was watching Messy Jessie Beauty's video on this, and she got a shade that looked a little bit too dark for her as well, but then it applied like it looked fine. It was actually the right shade for her, so I'm kind of hoping that happens today with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm also going to use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, No Filter Setting Powder, and No Filter Setting Spray, and see how this works. So for this video, as you guys know, I always use my beauty blender to blend foundations out, so that's not going to change today. That is what I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to go ahead and twist this up a bit, and let's see. So I'm just going to start applying this, and okay, like it definitely looks a lot darker in the tube than it applies, so that's awesome. I think this is going to work out perfectly. So I don't want to apply too much, so I'm going to stop there and start blending it out. So I think that blended out beautifully with a beauty blender. I feel like sometimes foundation sticks, they tug a little bit more, so using a brush is a little bit better. But this blended out beautifully with a makeup sponge. I really like the finish of it. It does claim to be a medium buildable coverage, and let's see, the finish claims to be a natural skin finish. It doesn't actually really say if it's like matte or anything like that, so I think that is pretty natural. It doesn't look too dewy and it doesn't look matte. Like there's definitely still, if you guys can see, a shine, and it looks very healthy. I love the way that blended out, love the finish of it. Now you definitely still can see, like I have a couple little freckles right here, and I also have a blemish, and I do have some like scarring on my chin and stuff right here, so you can still see that. So since it's a medium buildable coverage, I'm going to go ahead and go over those areas again, and let's see if it adds any more coverage. So just gonna blend that out. Wow, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I'm actually really impressed with that. I was a little bit worried, honestly, when I was buying this foundation. I was kind of considering maybe not getting it because of the reviews I watched, and it said, you know, a lot of the reviews that I watched, they said that it was really light coverage and not very buildable and so sheer, and that you could still see through it. Now, granted, I don't have very problematic skin, so you know, maybe they had more problematic skin and they could definitely still see like scarring and stuff like that. But you know, the areas where I had a blemish, like it's not red there anymore after a second layer, and right here you can't see like the darker scarring kind of scab areas. That sounds gross, but you know what I'm talking about. So I think the coverage was great. It's definitely a buildable foundation. I feel like it doesn't move around or anything weird like that. It blends in beautifully, sinks into the skin. It's looking so good, and the finish is beautiful. Like this, if this performs well throughout the day, this might be my new favorite foundation, you guys. Now, you guys know, if you watched my video on the Colourpop No Filter Foundation, that I didn't really care for it. It for sure like sinks into your fine lines, and it just like sits on top of the skin and doesn't want to like sink in and blend in. So for that reason, I was also a little scared to get this, but this is just blending in and like melting in with the skin. and it looks beautiful. So this is very promising so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of concealer on. I'm just going to try and keep it like right in the under eye area, and that's it. I don't want to ruin the foundation or anything like that, or like interfere with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer, put some no filter setting powder on and some setting spray, and I'll be right back. So my whole base is done, all decked out in Colourpop Cosmetics. So yes, I am actually incredibly pleased with the way everything looks. Like the finish just looks so nice. Nothing is really like sinking into my fine lines. Now with the liquid foundation of this, it would definitely like already be sinking in and kind of looking crackly like just right after application, and that's why I didn't like that one. But this one is just looking flawless. Like literally this is what makes your skin look like it has no filter. It just looks airbrushed. The liquid foundation doesn't do that for me, but this one, this is good. This is good so far. So I am super excited. Right now it is, let me see, it is 12:48 p.m. so it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be back in a few hours to go ahead and check in with you guys. Hey guys, so just back checking in with you guys, and you can tell that it's 4:26 now, and I totally forgot to turn my mic on for the next two clips. So I am so sorry you guys for the rest of this video. I'm gonna have to do a voiceover, but basically I was just checking in with you guys. I believe it had been around 4 hours by then, and it was still holding up really well. I thought that the foundation still looked really good. I did mention that it was kind of very lightly creasing in like my smile lines and everything, but I wanted to definitely stress that it was lightly, like nothing bad at all. Didn't look bad, it didn't look gross, it looked really good, and my skin still looked like filtered and flawless. So that is my check-in for you guys, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the clip right here and get on to the next check-in. Alright guys, so here is my last check-in for the day. It was 9:21, so I believe I started at about 1 o'clock, so it's been about 8 hours of wear for the foundation. And when I tell you guys that it looked amazing, I mean that it looked amazing. So I was just checking it here and seeing how it kind of looked in person, like up close in person rather than just on camera, you know. So I was getting, like, as you can kind of see, kind of oily, not really even oily, just shiny. Like nothing, even though I was getting oily, nothing was breaking up and looking like separated on the skin. The foundation still looked amazing, you guys. I just had a little bit of shine on my forehead and everything, but other than that, it looked fantastic. And the creasing in my smile lines and everything was the exact same as it was in our midday check-in. Like it was very light. It didn't get worse throughout the day, so I thought that was really impressive. So overall, I rate this foundation like a 5 out of 5 stars, you guys. It was amazing. This might be my new favorite foundation, and I can't recommend it enough. I just think it looks so good, and I think it'll work with any type of skin tone or skin type, you guys. So highly recommend this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!